crazy weather today. Some places are cloudy, some are sunny, some are pouring rain. I think it's gonna start pouring rain here soon too. I actually flew ahead of time. And what's going on today? How about this one? Apparently there's a warning about drone pilots flying near emergency helicopters. This one says, drone pilots warn not to disrupt emergency helicopters. Some of the choice of wordings was interesting, I think anyways. It says here, drone pilots have been warned not to fly near emergency helicopters after a spate of incidents. The Civil Aviation Authority said 5 Yorkshire Air Ambulance flights have been disrupted by the flying gadgets in the last 12 months. Emergency service helicopters reported 13 cases in 2022 where the pilot felt a drone was too close to their aircraft. Several involved drones being used to film helicopters. I wonder with quotes like that, how close was the actual drone? Because this is kind of a good example too, where in a lot of cases, there's people saying, oh, there was a drone, now they have to land all their helicopters and all that, when the thing was, for example, 2 kilometers away. Like, in my opinion, that's crazy when people use that type of logic. Whereas if you're telling me it's flying right near you, it's literally a couple of meters away, that's different. But when you keep, I guess, fear-mongering it, then eventually, will it become like one of those the boy who cried wolf type of thing? But ultimately, they say here, CAA spokesman Jonathan Nicholson said, "We are actively supporting the growth of drones in the UK to make sure we exploit their full potential, including flying as a hobby. But to achieve this, we need everyone operating a drone to use their common sense and fly safely. This is especially the case near emergencies where we have seen drones being used to try and film an incident, cause a delay to air ambulance helicopters." I don't know how it is in a lot of other places, but like here, for example, it's not common sense and logic, it's over-the-top regulations, stuffing people with knowledge that's irrelevant for what they're using and all that. Wouldn't that be fantastic if it was all based on common sense and logic, for example, huh? I'm inclined to say overall, nobody wants to intentionally try to cause, let's just say, an accident. Who wants the liability? I don't think anybody does, correct? I mean, stupid people are gonna do stupid things and you're gonna have to find ways to deal with them specifically versus, again, just broadly going after everyone with over-the-top regulations and all that. Unfortunately, like here, all this does is promote things like fake gurus and lobbyists. Here we still have one of the best examples. Who are the ones that crashed their drones into manned aircraft? The RCMP, right? And not just once. And you'd think there, well, okay, maybe we take a step back. It's more sensible to use a common sense approach, have people actually practice what they're flying and all that so they get experience. That's more important than memorizing unrelated items that's more geared towards a manned aircraft, like a huge airplane carrying passengers. I think one of you actually said before too, which is kind of funny to think about, where for how much flights a person like me has done, you'd think I would have at least crashed into one manned aircraft by now. And then you were joking saying, oh, it must have been like dumb luck, for example. Yeah, that's it, huh? It's just crazy when I see people drone policing other people too. Like in these cases, they'll actually go up to the kid, for example, and say, hey, you don't fly that toy. Yet they have no mentions of stuff like this. For example, when the RCMPs crash their drone into huge manned aircraft, where's the outrage? So unfortunately, that's the way it is currently. But yeah, there is no common sense and logic when it comes to this stuff, it seems like anyways. Actually, a side thought about that, which is actually true for almost every other industry or field you can think of, logic and common sense is actually the worst enemy in many ways of, let's just say, a fake guru or a lobbyist, because if people start putting the pieces together themselves, they see people flying a drone for fun, a kid, for example, flying in a field, they'll think, wait a minute, what's going on here? You guys told me this thing is so complicated where you have to pay hundreds of dollars for your courses, for example. You say it's so dangerous that it's gonna hit a manned aircraft like this toy, really? So afterwards, what they would try to do is they'll actually try to suppress people like that. They'll say, no, don't ever watch this. They'll promote themselves, for example. They'll spam everywhere to say, no. Focused on basically the quote professionals, because these guys, they don't know what they're doing. So if people actually see more average people having fun, for example, doing absolutely nothing wrong with their hobby, they'll start to question it. So I would think actually that's why they don't want, let's just say, logic and common sense, because people would actually wake up afterwards and say, what you're telling me doesn't seem to be the case. So all I can say is for people who fly drones too, be more vigilant, because even from my experience, there's some people that say, oh, they're on your side and all that. They never did this and that. But when you really do your research, man, look at how much they demonize, like, let's just say an average drone operator and all that. I mean, look from day one. It's all about consistency, in my opinion. And this was kind of fascinating, I thought, where apparently there was a company that is developing some kind of solution that actually stops turbulence when it comes to flights. Like this guy writes here, turbulence-free flights are coming soon. Apparently it's from this company here called Turbulence Solutions, and it's some kind of software mixed with, I guess, items like Lidar and all that to help balance, I suppose, like the aircraft when it's actually flying. So their pitch for this, initially, it seems like it's meant more to make it more comfortable for people flying on an aircraft. It says turbulence frequently lowers comfort and safety of passengers and causes economical damage to flight operators. With turbulence cancelling, we finally are able to solve this long-term market request. Turbulence cancelling is a patented technology which stabilizes aircrafts in turbulent air. The basic principle of the technology is already applicable to state-of-the-art aircraft by innovative approach of flight control. By including new technologies like Lidar and morphing structures, the impact of turbulence can further be significantly reduced. So that's kind of interesting, because if that's true, then this will be applicable for a lot of other things too. For example, people transporting goods, I would imagine less shake and all that would only help the transportation, or if someone's actually just capturing things like a video and all that, that'll help as well. Either way, I guess a great innovation if it all pans out. And I was reading this at first, it made me wonder, is this actually real? Are we there already? Imagine having, I guess, an AI bot as a teacher of sort. This one says, AI bot appointed as new, quote, head teacher at $32K per year UK school. A top private school has appointed a new AI bot as principal head teacher. Cottesmore School, a boarding prep school in West Sussex, worked closely with an artificial intelligence developer to create Abigail Bailey, a bot specially designed to assist the fully human head teacher, Tom Rogerson. Now, it might sound like something from the mind of Charlie Brooker, but Rogerson insists it's a great idea and told the Telegraph AI Abigail is on hand to dole out advice on a number of issues, such as how to support school staff members, writing school policies, and even helping pupils who have ADHD. He told the publication, sometimes having someone or something there to help you is a very calming influence. Abigail works in a similar way to the popular ChatGPT AI service, which can answer questions when asked or produce writing based on various prompts. He added, being a school leader, a headmaster is a very lonely job. Of course, we have head teachers groups, but just having somebody or something on tap that can help you in this lonely place is very reassuring. Cottesmore is a mixed day in a boarding school for pupils aged 4 to 13 and has fees of up to almost £32,000 a year. It has previously been named Prep School of the Year by Tatler. Well, it's an expensive school. Would you be okay with that? I guess in this case it's more as a supplement, but I wouldn't doubt in the future people will get that, I guess, lazy. Is that the right way to say it? Just to use the AI bot like, you go teach the kid, like I'm not gonna do anything. Either way, I don't know. It just depends on the database of information from what I've seen anyways from these AI bots, because they could be biased in terms of certain views based on the data that they're using. So I don't know how people would solve that, but I guess it's coming quick, huh, with this stuff. All right, see you guys later.